So this is what I mean by just getting familiar. Like you would think this is going to hold, and it very much could, but look how many times we're tapping it and how fast we are tapping it. We are we are tapping it once, twice, three times, now four, all in like this little section. This should break down. Plus we have our MACD to the downside. We already took out uh London's high with pre-market, and we touched yesterday's high and previous week's high. Asia's up here, but what makes you think we're going to turn this around and go hit this? It looks more appealing to go hit this London low, this Asia's low, and go with the MACD. So that's kind of where my headspace would be here, trying to find a spot spot like that. Keep doing it. So my idea is I'm waiting for this to break a little bit more aggressive. We don't talk about Dom yet because I don't think you need to know about that. I just think you need to know about what's going on with the charts. I might talk about this, but actually I will right here. So we have 1238 positive delta up here, and we're going down. This is positive. That means buyers bought this. They're kind of holding the bag here because we're not going in their direction. That means sellers absorbed these people. And again, you have the MACD down. It's just when can we break this 15-minute EMA that's holding? Once this 15-minute EMA breaks, to me is downside right here. London low. Here's also a support kind of area and a Asia's low. Could we go farther than that? Of course. But that's our target right there. See, plan is made, and now we try to execute something. I've been waiting for it to have a clean break, but just it's not having it right now. And again, you're playing the 15 is pointing up. It's just I like to trade with this idea of the MACD, and then the lows down here is what I'm really trying to play off of. So it's getting ahead of myself. Like if I try to short this, it could very much pop up. Like you talk about trend lines here, a trend line right there, a descending triangle is kind of what I'm looking at, which is this. But you don't want it to go up. But if it does go up, you really want to see sellers take control of it again, like right there. You don't really want to see it go completely up if you're trying to short the market. This would be your bubbles that I'm probably getting away from more, and I just check it instead of like watching it. I just check. Little difference in priority. We're gonna just give this a shot. But I'm pretty sure we're gonna go down. We could pop again, but I'm willing to take the chance. So we start off with 3 contracts. If we get up here, you might see some full positions, or I might add to it as it goes in my direction, if it goes in my direction. Keep the trend line there. You see on the 5-minute, it's just big red bars. Just means sellers are in control on the 5-minute. As always, you always got to think about all sides. Like, you could definitely see people that trade support and resistance use this as support. And it's probably honestly why it keeps fucking bouncing like this along with the EMA. See, like right now, I'm just trying to follow the MACD over the cloud because the cloud kind of, I should be buying. I just don't like how it's touching multiple times. I don't like the MACD. I don't like things about it, and that's why I'm willing to short it and go with the MACD and go with chasing these lows. So the idea is these lows are going to get tapped. Will I ride it all the way down to the bottom? Who knows? I'm just trying to get some money out of it. Like we can come down to here and I'm up $100 and I just take the $100. It's just having a direction, a target. For 43 seconds. This could pop. You want to see this candle not end like how it was. You want the bottom of this candle to be more at the bottom of this wick. You don't really want it to be like small like it kind of is right now. Because that means there's indecision. Sellers could be in control of this or the buyers could be in control. You want this to kind of pump down. And sometimes it does it like the last second. See right here, maybe 309 is your stop loss because that's pretty questionable on why it's stopping. It's momentum. And then your add is probably 296 if you wanted to add. So stop at like 309, 297. Yeah, I'm still waiting for like the top of this zone. you see, we're just ideally trying to use this 1 minute as resistance going through the 15. Ideally, I don't really want to see it get above that or that. And then at that point, I would probably say I'm wrong. If you're thinking support and resistance, you're kind of thinking that to be resistance. Previous support turn into resistance. Like, I can understand why I want to go short here, but you can also understand it going long because of the 15 minute. There's too many taps. There's too many taps too fast. Like, this is along with the MAC. If the MACD was up, then we have a different conversation, and I would probably be wanting to buy. MACD's kind of down. Like I said, lows are down here on hit. I think at some point we hit them. We could go up, go test this again. This is mixed signals. Like, ideally you should wait for it to break, retest, and then go down. But I'm trying to be aggressive. I'm pretty aggressive as a trader to begin with. Because I really think it's gonna fall, which you're starting to see now. See how we're getting a lot of momentum. That was a nice rejection off the 1 minute. I'm just kind of waiting for it to get down here, and then I'll probably just put a stop loss in. We are at an even number, so like 300s, 250s. These numbers tend to be like big walls of buyers or sellers. And there we go. So at this point, I still think it's coming down here, but I don't really want the risk on the table anymore, so we just go break even. If it comes up and hits 301 again, we get out of the position for break even. And if it keeps going down, we keep making more money. This is the best position you kind of can be in. It's just some people like more wiggle room, so you let the stock kind of breathe. But I kind of just want to see it go. So I'm willing to take it off the table or get more money. And again, I really think it should just fall. Like, this should just collapse. And just go tap this. Kind of what I'm banking on. But I could be wrong. You see a lot of selling here, so we'll see. So see how you have 149, 100, 139. We'll be looking for sellers to retest this area and support this area. So if it comes into this, you want to see these numbers get bigger because that means they're defending the sellers that were here. When we get into like some DOM reading, whenever you see big numbers like this, you want to use them to, and they're going in your direction, you want to use them as a like springboard so it goes into it and then we short it again and then it'll come back down. But Dom reading is a little advanced compared to just looking at a chart. You want to understand the chart first. The chart gives you the moves. The Dom kind of lets you see the numbers behind what these candles are. And the delta is nothing more than buyers minus sellers. So if buyers have bought 10 more extra contracts than sellers, that delta would be 10. So negative 130, 149 is an extra 149 shares shorted. And again, see, our stop loss is above all these big numbers. So it's another reason why, like, I don't really want to see it get pumped above these big numbers because that means these guys are trapped. And I don't want to participate in that. So I'll just take my break even and see what happens. And just to show you some ES, so ES is right here, and you can see over here we have big negative delta, monster. So if these people can't keep this under that, the buyers are absorbing them. And ES and Q, they're kind of important to watch each other when you're trading one or the other. They kind of move together, so if one's going up and the other one isn't, there's a good chance the other one can get pulled up with the other one or pulled down. See how we're kind of hesitating here? It could very much go hit me, but the sellers are trying to defend these guys. Doesn't mean it's going to work. It just means they're trying. Now, if this gets defended and we go back down, you want to see these lows get taken really fast, and then that's when you'd be interested in just watching this crater. Like this should just zoom down really fast because buyers didn't prove themselves. And again, you have MACD down. You're using this 1 minute again as a resistance, a moving resistance, so to speak. I do think I have a good chance to kind of like pump back into this area, but I do think it has a very great chance of just falling. It's still my idea here. And my whole idea is coming from these lows that aren't hit yet. And then the MACD's down. So I'm chasing these lows. I'm using the MACD as a directional point. And then I come here and I use the EMAs as resistance and support. So like this 1 minute is what I've been focused on. and cracking this 15 minute. So what I wanted to see at first is crack this 15-minute zone, and then use the 1 minute as resistance to pull down. That's it. I just walked you through the whole strategy. And right there, $100. You do that 2, 3, 4, 5 times a day, 500 bucks, 400 bucks. I'm trying to hold out a little bit, but you could very much just took that trade, $100, bang. I'm up like 250 from last night, so that's why I didn't kind of take it. Normally I would take that. I try to build a little cushion, and then I try to look for a bigger move. And sometimes it fucks me like this. Like, it's probably gonna get stopped out now. But I normally would take that $100. There you go. But you've seen how it all works. Should I have taken it? Yes. Was I looking for a bigger move? Yes. So that's what you get. And it's just a break even trade. It's not that big of a deal.